All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Wachaha Kodash. The abundance unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to read the book of Sirach, chapter 4, starting here at verse 11, concerning wisdom. And as you can see, the subtitle for this portion of the chapter is called Wisdom as a Teacher. All right. Now, we know that with getting wisdom, you must get the understanding. Okay. As it says in Proverbs chapter 4. You have to get the understanding of what wisdom is trying to teach you. So we're going to get into this chapter here. And Lord willing, this is edifying. So starting here, this is Wisdom of Solomon. Sirach chapter 4 and verse 11. It says, wisdom takes care of those who look for her. She raises them to greatness. So if you are looking for wisdom, for knowledge, right, seeking the Lord, you will be taken care of, right? Because you're seeking after a righteous thing, okay? A holy thing. Gaining the wisdom, the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Then it says she raises them to greatness. Eventually, that greatness will be the kingdom of heaven, sitting with Yahushai and his throne, all right? That's going to be the greatest honor that we're going to receive, man. But also, even on this side, you know, if you're diligent in your studies, right, you're diligent in seeking the Lord, guess what, man? You will be raised up, right? And it's not a pride thing or you being arrogant. It's just that, you know, behind the scenes, you've been laboring, studying, taking your notes, right? So when you do speak, you're going to seem wise to people. Like, oh my God, like, you know, this brother, you know, he know a lot, right? And once again, it's not that you're trying to be arrogant or proud, but you've been laboring and studying. Now, also with that too, Paul speaks about what he says, knowledge puffeth up. So you got to check that as well. Once you get all this wisdom and get all this knowledge, you got to keep a humble soul. Because it also says in Sirach, the greater thou art, the more you humble yourself. Roughly paraphrasing, I think that's Sirach chapter 3, right? But nevertheless, wisdom raises you to greatness, man. It says, loving her is loving life itself. Rising early to look for her is pure joy. So if you truly love life, as people say, you know, I love life, you know, then you should love wisdom. Because wisdom guides you through this life. Wisdom show you what's pleasing to the Most High, what to do, what not to do, right? So loving wisdom is loving life itself. It says, anyone who obtains wisdom will be greatly honored. Wherever he goes, the Lord will bless him. Wisdom's servants are the servants of the Holy One, and the Lord loves everyone who loves her. So if you love wisdom, right, then the Most High loves you because he's the one who gives it, man. It says, those who obey her will give sound judgments, right? You know how to properly discern. It says, those who pay attention to her have true security. Put your trust in wisdom, and you will possess her and pass her on to your descendants. At first, wisdom will lead you along difficult paths. Meaning what? She's going to try you. Okay? Like a woman would do. Right? It says, she will make you so afraid that you will think you cannot go on. And that's you going through different trials and tribulations. Right? Some men don't want to deal with that. And it's not easy, brother. You know, this is not an easy thing to do. Okay? But we, verbally agreed to serve the Lord. We made a covenant with the Most High when we said, okay, I want to, teach these words. I want to be a part of this truth. I want to do what the Lord say. Right? So in doing that, then okay, you're going to take difficult paths. So it says, at first, wisdom will lead you along difficult paths. She will make you so afraid that you will think you cannot go on. And once again, that's you going through that hell, man. Sometimes it feels overwhelming, like, bro, man, I don't know, bro. Right? It'll happen to you, man. If you go through enough, right? It says, the discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to the test with her requirements until she trusts you completely. So the Most High, right? He's going to put you through things, okay? And you going through these torments and these trials is really to better you. It's really to pretty much get the world out of you, bro. Because most of us came out of the world, serving idols, doing unclean things. And so with coming into the truth, learning about righteousness and holiness, man, it takes discipline. Because we wasn't groomed according to the law and cultivated according to our heritage. So shit is a fight for us. But the Most High gives us grace. He gives us mercy, man. All right, to pretty much, get it together. Because he understands that, man, look, bro, we messed up. But nevertheless, through Yahweh Shai, we can overcome this flesh and overcome this world. But it's going to take discipline. And you truly applying temperance in your life, you denying yourself of certain pleasures in the flesh so that you can grow in the inward man. Any man that's led by the flesh, ultimately you will be overthrown. So it says, the discipline she demands will be tormenting. And the reason that it's going to feel tormenting is because why? We came out of the world. All we know is do what the flesh say, right? That's all we know. So it's going to be against your so-called nature to, not have sex on the Sabbath day and all that stuff, because that's all you did in the world. It says, and she will put you to the test with her requirements until she trusts you completely. Then she will come to you with no delay, reveal her secrets to you, and make you happy. So you're going to start to get revelations, understanding, right? And the truth. You becoming a better speaker, a better reader, right? Getting better at history, all these things. Wisdom gives many skills, man. Many skills. It says, but if you go astray, she will abandon you and let you go down to your own ruin. And we've seen men like this. Men who have gone astray, abandoned wisdom, abandoned knowledge, and pretty much made this truth their own bellies. And we see the latter end of those men, right? Through. So it's best to get up and seek wisdom, seek knowledge of the Lord, man. As it's showing you here in this passage, okay, it's a difficult path. It's tormenting. It takes discipline, right? This is what it takes, man. But the fruits that wisdom produces outweighs the trials that we go through, man. Because ultimately, eventually, we will get the kingdom of heaven. As it says in Wisdom of Solomon 6, that the desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom. If you want to sit on thrones and scepters, then you got to be obedient to the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, point blank, period, right? So I want to close out with that, man. I pray it was edifying. All praise Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Chakodash. Shalom.